Hey everyone, welcome back to Have a Beer with Eric. Today we have another special review. As you can see, I have multiple tasters and I have a glass stein that I just got. And so this weekend officially started the Oktoberfest season, and I wanted to commemorate that in this review by doing an Oktoberfest bonanza. Um, so basically, what I'm going to be doing in this review is that I'll be pouring some Oktoberfest beers into each taster, and then I'll be pouring some of those beers into the stein, and end up making a cuvee or a blend, or basically a King's Cup sort of Oktoberfest beers, and see how they all taste together, and that way I'll have them separately and together, compare them to each other. Some of these beers are fest beers, and some of these are Marzen lagers. So a fest beer is more like a traditional light colored lager which has a pretty crisp, clean taste. It's not very heavy. And then Marzen is more sweet, more malty, um, and that usually that one is more commonly known as the Oktoberfest beer. And so I brought a combination of both, and I have a good variety. So let's bring them out. So we got Sierra Nevada's Oktoberfest Fest beer. We got Three Weavers Fest beer. We've got AleSmith's Marzen Lager. We've got Chapman Crafted Marzen Lager. And we have Sam Adams Marzen Lager. So let's try to switch it up here so that we have a good separation of the styles. And I'll do, so some of these have a quick intro. Three Weavers says, Fest beer is inspired by appreciation of Bavarian culture and their lagers. This beer tastes best when appropriately dressed in a dirndl or the lederhosen of your choice. And then we have Chapman Crafted's Old Town Fest, just says Marzen style lager, 6.2%, floral biscuity, Prost. Then we have Sierra Nevada's is a little special. It's a collaboration with Weihenstephan, and then it says we've partnered with Bavaria's Weihenstephan, the world's oldest brewery, for this American take on the classic German Oktoberfest. The malt backbone is balanced by subtle hop character in this crisp, clean, and drinkable crowd pleaser. Nothing captures the spirit of celebration like a beer among friends. And then lastly, we have AleSmith's Oktoberfest. This German-style amber lager has been brewed in Germany and Austria for hundreds of years, though it was made famous for being served at Munich's Oktoberfest celebrations since 1872. Modern versions exported to the United States are often labeled Oktoberfest, and the name has become synonymous in the minds of most brewers and consumers with the traditional Marzen style, though modern iterations of the style in Europe are considered considerably lighter. Our take on this classic is characterized by a clean, elegant, and toasty malt character. Prost. So those are the 5 breweries and beers, and since I don't want to make this video too long, let's get right to it. I'll start pouring the beers. So we'll do the Sam Adams first. We'll do just a bit, around 2 ounces. Some of these taster glasses have a 2-ounce mark because they're from Beer Fest, so that'll help. And then we got the Three Weavers. This is the fest beer, and I'll set these right next to each other so you guys can see them all. We'll spread these over here. And we got this one. There we go. Might be running out of space. I don't I'm not exactly sure where the camera cuts off, so it might just be around. So maybe somewhere around there might be a good shot of all of them. There we go. Another Fest beer. This one actually looks a little darker than the other Fest beers. Or the one other Fest beer. And then we have Smith's. Alrighty. That should be pretty much around 2 ounces, maybe 3 for the glasses. And now we got all 5 of the Oktoberfest beers. And so I'll just start. Let's start from right to left, my right. So this is the Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I actually tried this a little while ago. I bought their 6-pack and it tasted awesome. And I just held on to the last bottle so I could do this big review. Actually, I think it tastes a little maltier than what I remember. Maybe I've had this maybe for like 2 months. I mean, it's not that much, but yeah, I got it a couple months ago. It tasted really great when I first got it. It was pretty fresh, and now you start to taste more of the malt backbone out of it. Tastes more like a red ale or like an amber ale. So we'll start pouring on the blend. Should be a good amount. Now we'll do the Fest beer from Three Weavers. This is nice and refreshing. It's a little biscuity, a little bitterness, very light. Definitely something that's super easy to drink. Definitely a beer that would be very well in a stein. That you could just drink a couple of because usually a stein is 32 ounces, so it's about 2 pints. So I think this beer wouldn't feel too heavy on you when you drink it. And the percentage, I don't see the percentage on here. Oh, it's 5%, so it's relatively light for craft beer. And we're starting to mix. Alrighty, let's go on to the Old Town Fest from Chapman Crafted. This is very nice. So this one is not as malty sweet as the Sam Adams. It's way more subdued. It has some very light sweetness, some light bitterness, and like it promotes. It's a bit floral and kind of like biscuity, like cracker, bready. Kind of similar to like an amber ale, but it's not as sweet. It's only 18 IBUs, so that's pretty low, and then the percentage is 6.2, so this one's a bit higher percentage. And I know what you guys are thinking. Yes, I'm probably gonna get pretty drunk tonight because of this, but I had to do it. So then moving on to the Sierra Nevada Oktoberfest beer. I'm pretty sure this one's a Fest beer, so let's try it out. So this was packaged a month and a half ago on August 14th, and I feel like this one's kind of like a mix between the two styles. It's not quite a fest beer, but it's not quite a Marzen because it's got a little bit of like a sweetness to it, but it also has a noticeable bitterness to it. Mm. So far, I think that all of these are very sessionable beers that you could enjoy in a Stein. Um, today I went to this brewery, Deft, and I got a Stein of their Oktoberfest beer to officially start my Oktoberfest celebrations. And I'll be going to a couple of the breweries for more Steins because I love to do Steins. And then lastly, we have the Alesmith one. So this one straight out of the bat smells way maltier than the rest. Maybe on par with the Sam Adams one. Yeah, definitely more sweeter, or definitely sweeter. I promise I'm not drunk. Um, I don't think it's as sweet as the Sam Adams one, but this one is definitely a second. Yeah, very malty, very bready, biscuity. I'm trying to think. It's very caramelly. That's what it is. It's a very sweet, a lot of caramel in there. Definitely something that if you want a beer with more flavor, but you still want it kind of light, this would probably be the beer for you, for to have in your Stein. It says here, drink fresh in a Stein, 45 to 50 degrees, and then this one is 5.5. So in overall, we have 5.3%. This one's 5%, 6.2, 6, and 5.5. So as you can see, they all range in like between 5 and 6.5 basically. You want to keep the beers that you want in a Stein relatively low so that you can drink it without getting hammered. So now I'm pretty curious about this Stein. It smells good. It's not bad at all. I think all of these beers go really well together. Um, Obviously, the Marsens have taken over the color and most of the taste, but I think that the lighter beers have given it some bitterness to help with the sweetness to balance it out. So it's not too malty, and it's barely even bitter. So I think this is a very sessionable, very nice mix that I've made here. And that pretty much with that. It's been around 13 minutes, so I'll just wrap it up with this. And I'll be posting more Steins when I get them. And hopefully I'll try another Oktoberfest beer for the next review. I won't do something crazy like this, but until then, cheers, guys.